Okay, this thing still work? Hello, I'm your host, Zeos Pantera, here on In-Ear Fetish. That's your wallpaper. That's your desk mat. I'm still getting over that flu, and we're going to do some IEM reviews, so let's hope my ears still work, because these... I've never heard of this brand. Delta makes faucets and really old, good shop equipment. If you own a Delta saw or a Delta drill press, they were great. And I know Delta faucets, and apparently Delta hi-fi earphone, Clavelon. So I'm not sure if that's the brand or that's the brand. I don't know. All I know is they gave me the 3.5 single-ended one instead of the 4.4, and that's a mistake because I love these so far. $100. I was gonna do that thing where I guess, and didn't do it, but you're gonna have to trust me when I said about $180. I was guessing in my brain like 150. No, they sound too good for that. 180, $99. And I want you to know that this vibrant cyberpunk design incorporates futuristic elements and recreates the charm of music. There you go, you're sold. I like the small packaging. Everyone knows Zeos loves a small package. Get away from my pants. Look at this. How cute this is. Does it actually say the size? Because it's a dynamic. I had to look all over the goddamn webpage to find out it was a dynamic. And then they don't tell me the size. They just tell me it's made out of... Hold on. I'm going to sneeze again. This is going to suck. No. The Trash Taste Boys said in Japan during the COVID thing, people were taught to take their finger and push it like if you had a mustache. Like you were pushing back on a fake mustache, like right under your nose. And if you push hard right there, you don't sneeze. And it's 100% works. It's just annoying to do like 10 times in a row. Titanium, high magnetic titanium dynamic driver. No size. German imported oxygen free. Specs. Comes with a user manual. There's nothing about these other than they have high fidelity audio with precision tuning. And you know what? I'm not going to argue that fact. I put them on, and now that I know how I sort of sit against other audio reviewers, at least like Resolve and a couple other people who like design headphones, and how they're like anti-soundstage because soundstage is fake and wrong. And I'm just like, but that's all I want is big. I want it to sound bigger than it is. I never want something to sound like it is. I want it to sound big and huge. I want it to envelop me. And this envelops me. So I'm sure it measures terribly, even though it says 100% target. I don't know. They don't actually give the curve. Did they give the curve? Wait, hold on. I just threw those tips. I mean, that looks like 100% target. What target? I don't know. What measurement rig are they using? I don't know. Neither do you. Nobody knows. I'll make a whole rant video on measurements. Maybe I'll do like an actual speech about it. Get these sleeves rolled up. It's warm down here. Anyway, it's 65 down here. It is not warm down here. So, they're triangles. They are weird triangles. In fact, they kind of steal. I don't want to say the word steal because that happens a lot in the world of audio. Get more on that in a minute. They steal the Soft Ears Twilight approach when they have the square and then it like twists. It's like do-do-do-do-do. Well, they do that with a triangle and it goes do-do-do-do-do into this. So it's like we borrowed that design cue, but it's not a square or a rectangle. It's a triangle, which actually made these really hard to figure out what was left and right because I've never had to figure out which way. You know what? No, I did it correctly, I think. There's no L and R, but they're a triangle, and it's like, how do you figure out what the L and R is? And they have this weird symbol on. This one says Clavelon, and this one just has that symbol on it, which I have no idea what that means. Well, that's the Clavelon symbol. Okay, we see it there. Also, I just realized there's a face on here. A very Tron 1. It's got a 98% lock on ergonomics design and a triangular geometry shape design. And it has a panel. That's fine. I love these. They're getting a 9. A solid 9. It would even almost be higher. Like, look at this. They do that thing where the machining is just and it's not concentric. I think it's just circles. This is one of the nicer 3.5 millimeters. It's got a nice stiff heat shrink Wow, the words escape me because of my sickness, but it's fine. I can give 9s while I'm sick. 2-wire up to this, which also does there, and then a single wire up. So I don't hate the wire. So if it came with a 4.4, I'd be okay with that. Now I was running it on the JDS Labs Element number, and then I was switching over to the JDS Labs because I have the Sparkos Gemini, which if you went to the main channel, you can see my video on this. I finally changed a tube in it. Ryan Dietz of Mod House was like, hey, I have a Wyatt tube that'll work in that. And if you don't know what a Wyatt tube is, apparently there's a guy and his name is Wyatt. And you buy it from Wyatt, and he gives you a tube, and they either are noisy or they're not. And he gave me a not noisy Wyatt tube. So I can't trust anything that comes out of this because it all sounds too good. So let's move over here, down. So now that you've seen the wire, you've seen the build, let me gush about the sound while I lose my voice. I was hoping to do 2 of these tonight. Looks like I'm going to be waiting. I just need 1 because then there's every 3 days. I'm holding them and I don't know which way they go. The fucking triangles are killing me, bro. There we go. All right, I got it. Oh, I've also only tried the Duno SS tips. I literally said Duno SS in my head and went, no, that's not correct. Fevers, cough syrup. Yes, I've had soup, but it's also been 5 days. I'm tired of being sick. I'd rather have COVID. COVID at least goes away in 2. This has been 5 days. And I had to go out and buy a chest freezer today. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna leave it playing because you can't hear it and it doesn't get copyright strikes. Favorite things about IEMs when they're single dynamic because you don't have to worry about blending with multiple different drivers. And yes, there are some very good, like insane expensive ones that I absolutely love. But if you ask me what my favorite IEM is, it's still the Soft Twilight, which is a $900 single dynamic, and you're going, holy fuck. But yeah, there's just a cohesion. And then these have, they have that sound you want to keep turning it up until you damage something. It's like I'm stepped back in this just nice warm space. I actually hear echo. I don't even know if this song has echo in it. It might be just in the track, or it might be just everything's going to echo. This is from the Redline OST. These are jamming good. The words come to my fever-driven brain. I shouldn't have a fever anymore. Oh, the bass lines. And, so I like dynamics because of the cohesion. They don't have to fuck around. I also like dynamics because I tend to deliver the bass more than, like, BAs do. Or when they do a combination of BA and dynamics, that can work. But planars tend to be a little bit bass lighter. The bass isn't quite right. Dynamics have a smooth bass delivery, and these have a smooth bass delivery. Need to get some more grapes over there. So we are all right. I don't like bringing up my own collabs, but these feel like if I did a version 2 of the JoJo's and they just happened to fit everyone's ears and they were twice as much money, they'd be these. This is the sound I would go for in a collab. I don't want to give them I can't give them a Fever 10. But you know what? No Game, No Life soundtrack, which is absolutely horrifically recorded. Tolerable on these. Are these Meze Empyrean tuned? And I know you don't know what that means if you're not following me on the regular channel. Meze Empyrean, the big ones there, the $4,000 ones and the original series were just like everything that was bad in your playlist didn't matter. It just fixed all your music. And I've had discussions now with multiple people who are like, no, I don't want that, Zeos. I want you to tell me my music's bad. And that is definitely not everybody. I don't want that. If I'm trying to pick songs to show off in a showroom, sure, I want to know what music is poorly recorded and not use that. Unless I'm trying to show off an IEM like this, where it's like, hey, look, this is a shit recording on a great show, shit. But now listen to it. Here, and if we even go here, so I'm still losing track. Another thing about dynamics is they don't lose the amplification flavors because you're not dealing with a crossover network and multiple drivers and different impedances inside of them. You just have one driver, usually wired directly to the wire. The end. So if you give it a Class A, you get the Class A sound. You give it a little linear fucking Atom 2, you get the linear Atom 2 sound. You go over to the SMSL Raw MDA1, you get whatever the fuck that sound is. I haven't done the review of that yet, so I can't say anything. And then if you were to like plug it into what we'll do here first, because this is a hybrid, and this is a hybrid. This has the Ray tubes in it, by the way. Okay. Wow, this makes this sound linear. Yeah, this absorbs all the flavors of all the amps and DACs you have in the world. So if you have a portable that you like the sound of, I'm fine. I'm not dying. Oh, God. This will bring it out. I'm listening to some... All right, No Game, No Life needs to end. John Coltrane is now blasting in my left ear. Just a left ear. Here, we're going to do left ear. Here, listen to this. That's just out of my left ear. My right ear is... Which is, I think it's backwards for you on camera because the camera's upside down in my head, but there you go. He's just screaming at me on a fucking trumpet because he's John Coltrane. That's what he does. And I didn't hate that. I think that's one of the most important things in any listening device, whether it's a speaker, a headphone, an IEM. If you bother me with music I should love, you're fucking dead to me. And these don't do that. They don't do that because they have this staging. They get why they sound far away. They don't sound like I'm losing things, which people will play. Oh, soundstage. That means you're losing things. I'm avid. I'm gonna have to make a soundstage bit of merch and make it a lot of money so that only I can wear it. But this is what I'm looking for in an IEM. I want an IEM that can fix my broken music, and when John Coltrane screams in my ear, I'm like, damn, this feels good. That's what I want. Why would you want, for $100, anything but the most pleasurable listening experience? And that's what, so far, these are. And now that Rinko has been retired, if you don't know, Rinko has got like 100 sets left or 50 sets left out in the wild. We might try to resurrect it. There was going to be a Rinko 2, and the Rinko 2 is not looking great because they literally said to me, well, we can't make it sound better with this design. So we might just do an update on the Rinko, physically make it a little built better, maybe a different wire, and bring Rinko back. But until then, I would probably recommend the Clavelon for that $100 price bracket. This is exactly what I want. I want just put a Z there, the Delta Z, exploded view, exploded toilet view. It's trying real hard to be like cool. And all that bullshit I was reading on the page, that doesn't matter. What matters is when I put it in my ear, I can listen to John Coltrane for 4 hours straight and not be upset by how loud he is. That was like a church singing that's from Automata. These are church IEMs. It sounds like I'm listening to a choir, in an actual stone building. Only better acoustics somehow. I feel like people are going to cry to these. Toxicity, Richard Cheese. Hate to say I told you so. I wish you could hear it, but you can't. But I can't and I won't because I wanna. These are great. Fuck, they're a 10. All right, fuck it. Zeos, you can blame maybe my fever's coming back. There's no downsides here. If they were $300, I'd complain they don't come with a case and still recommend them. So yeah, no. I don't give a shit what anyone else says. These are my style of IEM, and I will fucking praise I'm done. I'm done worrying about giving too much praise because you fuckers that are out there complaining that I like everything, try liking music. Because as long as I can enjoy my music on a thing, why isn't that a 10? And yes, maybe everything can be a 10. I mean, there'll be certainly outliers that are like 5s. You know who you are, 5s. Go back in the list, look at the 5s. Hold you so. I am just jamming to these. It sounds like the sound is like behind me and there's someone just playing a piano. And I'm like sitting on I'm like leaning on the piano, and someone's just back there playing. And it's Evangelion, so it all makes sense. I should have fever dreams more often. This is great. I just want to keep hitting next. There's an energy to them too. They're not like relaxed and dead. They're like, this is the glitch mob is about to start fucking hammering. And if I was driving a car wearing these, which would be illegal, don't do that, I'd be getting ready to get a fucking speeding ticket or go through a guardrail. All right, let's come out of this. Oh, I fucking lost my tip. Just the tip. And I don't lose much going to like something more linear. But you can taste the difference between all of these units. Yeah, these are fucking remarkable. And why'd I have to start with a 10? God damn it. These are what the Z... All right. Holy fuck. All right, I'm backing that up so that you can see if you can get this. Hold on, I'm going to try to make you so you can get this. This is not going to work great. That was so big. What even is this from? Oh, it's Jam Project? So it's all in Japanese? One Punch Man. Oh, it's from One Punch Man. Punch Man. Anyway, yeah, no, these are a 10. I didn't want to give a 10. They're big, but at least they're unique. Like, they aren't shaped like normal IEMs, but that's fine because they still fit my ears perfectly fine. I still don't know if they're a Delta hi-fi earphone or not. I've never heard this company Delta before. I like that they don't have a lot of waste. Like their accessories bin was just the wire. And it does come with cheap little pin strap for the wire. So you get this. And hold on, everybody, because you get tip box. You also get tip box. Ta-da! Which is really nice for like standard stock tips that aren't like anything special. But it's nice. It's nice that they include that. And look how nice it fit on the bottom of this. Look. So it could feel special underneath the accessories. It was just put together well. Anyway, I don't know how long this video is. I'm trying to make these like 12 minutes long, and I'm too sick to know time. I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to go back to listening to these, but specifically on the Sparkos with the Wyatt tube, because that's crack. It is crack. You could ask Golden Sound. You say Wyatt tube at him, and he'll like fall on the floor and do a curly spin. Anyway, I'm done. Wallpaper in the Wallpaper Horde. All wallpapers available by download of the big... Just look up Resilio Sync. You'll understand how it works. This is on Reddit, but it may not exist anymore. These, I think, are probably on Amazon. I've got them on Linsole. So yeah, they'll probably be on Amazon. No reviews, so no one's even looked at these. Is anyone looking? The Clavelon Deltas? Are they called the Deltas? Or are they Delta? What the fuck makes you? I don't know. I only know is the 4.4 is the same price as the 3.5. Get a set. If you need a set. If you need a $100 set. Or if you just want to know what is Zeos's actual, like, what are you looking for in an IM? Because it isn't how well it measures or how much, unless I'm specifically getting an IM that tells me it's going to tell me my music is shit. I want every IM to fix every problem in everything I've got. I have enough problems. Fix them. If you can do that, you get a fucking 10. These get a 10. Anyway, I'm done. You're done. Thank you for being patrons and subscribers. Don't forget to check out the yard sales at the beginning of every month. And now I've officially lost my voice. So I think it's time to end it all. Not like that, but like hit the button and continue listening to these.